and welcome back to Fiddle Up. We are going to learn the Boys of Bluehill. And this is a beautiful little hornpipe, and it's just, got all of these really cool little passages and all these cool little triplets and fun stuff going on. It's not a hard tune, and you're going to pick it up really easy. It's in the key of D major. So we're going to start off on third finger on your A string. That's a D. So the rhythm is going to be, we've done a hornpipe before, so we've kind of got a little bit of the rhythm going here. So you would just want to make sure you get into the mind of long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So if you think about it like that, then the rhythm is a little bit easier. And so it's going to be long down bows as well. D, da, 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 and short up bows. So just remember to make sure you're doing enough up bow. So that is starting on a D on the A string. That's your third finger. And then we're going to go to, that's an open A there. And then we're going to go to first finger, that's a B on the A string. So A is in between all of these notes. So we have D, A, B, A, and then going down to the D string, we have second finger, that's an F sharp. So just so you know what's going on here, the D, A is actually a pickup. So the first note of the tune is actually this B here. So starting from scratch, the tune sounds like. But we're going to add that D, A pickup in. So we have B, A, F sharp, A, and then open D, F sharp, A. And that's actually a D major chord there. And then the next phrase is, so we're going to start on the B on your A string. That's a first finger. So that's just B, A, and then 1, 2, 3. Open E. And then we'll add that little pickup into the next part. So that is a third finger on your A string, that's a D, and then open E. So the second phrase is, so we have long, short, triplet, long there. And you could do a slur there if you want. Something like that. You can kind of mess it up a little bit and be a little bit random with it. Irish bowing is pretty random. So you can not worry about the form so much. So far we have and then the next phrase is, so let's do that together. Excellent. So the next phrase is, so this is really nice and easy. I love this passage because it's kind of a little bit of a broken thirds pattern, a little bit. So we're going to start on your F sharp on the E string, first finger, up to the third finger, that's an A, and then we're going to do a G natural back down to the F sharp. So 1, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to continue that pattern down. So we're going to start on the E string this time, open E, and then back up to the G natural, and then the F sharp, and open E. So E, 2, 1, E. And then we're going to do that one more time. We're going to start on the D this time. So that's third finger on the A string, and then hop up to the F sharp, first finger on your E string, open E, and then back down to the D again. And then we're just going to land down on the B, first finger on your A string. So that whole pattern sounds like this. And then we'll add that little pickup in, D, B. So that's on your A string, that's 3, 1. So that whole phrase together is. So you get that long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. All right, great. So let's try what we have already together. So we're going to start off with that D, A pickup. There we go. So we're just gonna play that one more time, and then I'll show you how that continues on into the second ending. So we've got that so far, and then continuing on, it just repeats a bunch of that again. And then we have a little bit of a similar but different ending. So it's even easier than the first time. So we just have that going up to the 1, 3, 2, 1. Open 2, 1, E. And then we just have a D on the A string, third finger, and then up to the F sharp, first finger on the E string, and then back down to the D on the A string. And those are all quarter notes, so they're just long, long, long. And then from there, you would do the pickup back into the A part. There we go. So let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can just go ahead and nice and slow do the whole A part and then do that little pickup like I just said and repeat it. And there we have it. That's the A part. That's all nice and simple. So let's try that all again, just a little bit faster. There we have it. That is part A, and part B sounds like this. So did you notice something? Did you notice that you already know half of this? It's nice and easy. So all we have to learn is the first part. Doing some nice arpeggiation here, some nice arpeggios. So starting on your F sharp on the E string, and then a G natural, low 2, and then heading up to the A, that's a 3. So what I'm doing there is A, high A, that's third finger on the E string, and then going down to the F sharp, which is the first finger on the E string, and then going down to a third finger on the A string, that's a D. And that is actually the arpeggiation of a D major chord, which is the key we're in. So this is how you figure out the keys. So we'll just add those 2 little notes in there, those sneaky little notes heading to the next part. And that's a G natural to an F sharp there. 2, 1 on the E string. And then I love this part, just going from the open E, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to the B. I don't know why I love that so much. It's just kind of cute. Isn't it cute? I don't know why. It just has that cute factor. Okay, so now we're heading back into stuff that we know. And before we get there, I want to make sure we have all of that set in our minds. So we have... And then we're going to have this 1, 3, 2, 1 phrase. Right? So let's try that all again. All right, and then from there, we are going to go back to what we already did in the A part. We're going to go back to like this, the second half of the A part. Which seems easy right now, but that could lead to some confusion later. Like having stuff like that makes the tune easy to learn, but then it's also easy to forget which part you're in. So I mean, this tune actually isn't that hard. It feels very natural in this tune, but do just keep a sharp eye out for what's actually happening where. So let's play this whole B part now. We have the whole thing done. So starting from the top. All right, so let's play that all again and repeat it. There we have it. That is the whole B part. So I'll put this whole tune together. And then that's the A part, and then the B part is. So lots of nice arpeggios in this tune. So yeah, let's do the whole thing to A, A, B, B. 1, 2, 3. There you go. So I hope that wasn't too fast. That was a little bit on the faster side for where we're at, but I feel like that's a good place. Any slower than that, it starts to lose its shape, if you know what I mean. It's really important with tunes that have a funny rhythm to make sure that you're definitely keeping it in its shape when it's going slower. So just bear that in mind. If that was a little fast, I'm sorry. You can always slow down the video a little bit. But I would try to just step on the gas a little bit. You'd be surprised how much faster you can play if you just give it a shot. just try to hang on for dear life. You can actually, you just kind of have to get to that point eventually where you're ready to just, step on the gas. That's pretty much it. So to make this tune more exciting, to take it up to the next level, you're just going to play it faster. Just step on the gas a little bit more. And, the hornpipes don't go super duper fast. I mean, they can, but they start to lose their shape when they go too fast too. So I would say, for something danceable, we want to stick somewhere in here. So that, that's a good tempo to try to strive for eventually. And also, so for ornamentation, I'm adding a little trill or doodad every once in a while, but it's mostly about the feel. I'm not doing a ton of ornamentation. The one thing that I was doing, I was milking up there, which I do suggest you do. It's a lot of fun to do that slide up there. So that's a third finger slide there. You can check out how to do slides in the ornamentation section. So I'm doing a little slide up. So I'm kind of adding a little bit of a triplet. It's not really a roll or a trill. It's da-da-da-da-da, kind of like changing the rhythm of the tune a little bit. So you can do things like that. You can just kind of add a little bit of variation into the tune. You can change the tune. Like that's kind of how these tunes develop different variations and versions over time. It's just people making stuff up. So you can really take a lot of liberties with these tunes. So, if you want to, kind of improvise quite a bit, you're allowed to do that. You may kind of have a lot of room, but you don't want to lose, again, you don't want to lose the shape of the tune. So just be mindful, be tasteful if you can. And so that is this tune. That was a nice quick one today. So I hope you enjoyed this tune as much as I do, and I will see you in the next video.